What can you do if you don't have time to do the things that you want to do? Maybe you want to practice English. Maybe you want to learn a new skill. Maybe you want to visit your parents, grandparents, friends more often. But you say, well, I would like to have more time. 24 hours a day are never enough. I've heard this a million times, and I've said this myself many times. So I think that when you don't have time, or when you say, I'm too busy for this, or I don't have enough time to do X, Y, Z, I think you have two options. The first solution is to make time. Okay? You don't have it, you make it. But to do that, you need to be honest with yourself, I think. First of all, you need to ask yourself if this is true. Is it true that you don't have time? I say many times, I'm too busy. My grandmother, she is 93, and she asks me, why don't you come and visit me? You are never, I want to see you more often. And I say, well, but I'm busy, I'm busy during the day. I teach, I work, I create content, I have articles to write, I have students to teach, I have podcasts to record. So I'm busy, sorry. I'll come and visit you during the weekend. So I say, basically I'm saying I don't have time. But is this true? I think it's not true. I think this is just me wanting to do other things instead of visiting my grandmother. And you need to be honest with yourself when you're saying, I'm too busy. Are you really too busy? Are you saying that you cannot organize your day in a way that you can make time, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, to do the things that you want to do? To visit your grandmother, to learn English, to learn a new skill, whatever you want to do, whatever you would like to achieve. But you say, well, I don't have time for that. So maybe you're saying, well, this is not important because this is another thing. Maybe you're saying, this is not really important, so I'm not making time for this. But if it's really important to you to learn English, to visit your grandmother, to do these things, then if this is really important, you need to make time for these things. Otherwise, you will never do them. Okay? I read in a book that your actions reveal what your true values are, not your words. You can say, I want to visit my grandmother, but if you never do it, I want to learn, I want to practice English more, but if you never do it, your actions, or in this case, your inactions, reveal what your true value are, your true values are. So basically, visiting your grandmother or learning English is not one of your priorities. So it's not true that you don't have time. It's not true that you're too busy. What is true is that you are prioritizing other things, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. So this is the first option, I think. So I could say, I could make time to do what I want to do. And if I don't do it, if I don't make time for that, then I should accept that visiting my grandmother is not one of my priorities. And that's fine. You need to be honest with yourself and accept it. Just need to admit it. Admit that and stop feeling frustrated. The second solution, I think, so the first one was make time and be honest with yourself. The second solution is that if you really don't have time because you're too busy, maybe you have kids that maybe you need to take care of them, maybe you are studying for a master's degree, maybe you have to cook for your husband or your wife, maybe you have, whatever, maybe you work from 9 to 9, you work 12 hours a day, and you but you need to reflect on this, I think. Genuinely, you don't have time, really, this is a fact, then again, I think you just need to admit that you don't have time and accept the fact that you don't have time. There will be times in life when you will have time to do these things that you want to do. And for now, just accept reality, stop punching the rock. What do I mean by this? That if you want to destroy, if you want to break a rock with your hands, you can't do it. You can keep punching the rock as many times as you want, but the rock will never break. Actually, your hands will break. So stop doing that. Stop punching the rock. You can't change that thing. You cannot break it. You cannot change reality in this way, but you can accept it. Okay, you can accept reality and maybe stop punching the rock. Admit that this is 24 hours are not enough for you at the moment to do the things that you want to do, and achieve peace of mind just by believing that in the future time will come. So this is do I have a story about this? I think I'm more how can I say this? The solution that I have to adopt is the first one. So my case is case number one. I need to make time, and I need to be honest with myself, because I'm not in the second category. I think I'm not in a position where I can say, well, no, I absolutely have no time for this. I am in a position where I can make time if I'm honest with myself and if I organize myself better. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this will maybe help you see your time in a more healthy way, and I hope that you will not feel frustrated if you don't have it, if you don't have enough time to learn English or visiting your grandmother if you have one, or doing other things that you would like to do. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next podcast or video. Bye-bye.